Good morning, YouTube. In today's nuclear news, TEPCO released a report to the IAEA. I'll put a link down below. But it should be pretty obvious out there in the news and the media. They should be saying what a great job TEPCO's doing, right? This nuclear industry that our politicians are paid off for. God. So, I've only gotten down to about page 10 in the report so far. But something of interest is the way one of the sentences in there is worded is Fukushima is still in a state of emergency, if I read that paragraph right. Now, it doesn't surprise me because nuclear waste is deadly, right? We fucking know that. Games people play. So, reading through the report, little notices like the ice wall. Remember the ice wall? How great the ice wall was going to be? Well, it still looks like it's only at 80% efficiency. Maybe a little bit better. But they've decided that's good enough and they've declared it a success. There's a lot of conversations about the water in those sarcophaguses, in those 4 dead reactors. Every reactor there has about 500 to 600 rods in their spent fuel pool that are all trash. Can't be recovered, can't be repaired, replaced. Billions of dollars worth of fuel just gone up in smoke. Who ate that? Where was the profit in that? Tell me about profits and falsities. So the ice wall is working. It's doing much better than it was. It is somewhere about 80% efficiency, maybe better. You can find a friggin' number and wave it around. It's still not working. Lots of conversations about the waste. Now, the waste is still being generated because they're pumping water out of those reactors because they have to. Because it's still leaking. Because that's the way water works. They are trying to isolate reactor to reactor. This is how nasty this stuff is. This is how deadly it is. There's other articles about Vietnamese workers suing Japan and TEPCO because they were lied to about cleanup activities. They were brought over there as captured labor. You want to get paid, you work. And they had no idea they were working, cleaning up radioactive waste, working around radioactive waste. No one was told of the harms, and they were assigned areas with radioactive materials in them. But they didn't know, because, right, it's Vietnam. Their education system can't be any better than ours. So lots of workers exposed. The effects will show up 2, 5, 10, 20 years later in healthcare costs to the societies surrounding. This is how pollution works. I speak to nuclear. All of this is like this. Almost all of it. We learn, we know, we do shit, and then people stick stupid words in there to try to explain things. So I don't see the TEPCO cleanup as any great engineering feats. The heroes were the men at the beginning of the accident that tried to do the best they could, that didn't have the resources, because there are no resources for a bad nuclear day. We ignore this until it happens. That's what we do. And then all the lessons learned, we throw them away. The NRC has abandoned, has minimized all of the corrective actions, the lessons learned that were brought back from Fukushima to our country, because they don't have any liability. None of the stockholders are going to go to prison for this. Some of them are going to get cancer for this, just like the rest of the population. The people that are making obscene profits and hand those profits back to politicians and religious leaders and say, go forth and lie. This is what we've gotten in our politics. This is why faith is rumbling so loudly amongst us, because they're scared shitless they're going to get caught for the money launderers they are. Oh well. Happy coffee day, folks. Beware.